Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Corper Files. I'm your host Fikemi Adeoju, and as you can see, I have a beautiful guest with us here today for our first visual episode.
Yay!
Yeah, so Tommy's going to, I already said her name. She's going to be introducing herself, so tell us a bit about you.
Hi guys, my name is Tomi Downcy, Tomi So Fly, period. I'm a voiceover artist, presenter, lawyer in view, a multifaceted person actually, so I do a lot of things, digital marketing, a whole lot now.
Only
I hope packagement, but yeah, get to that as we talk, I guess.
That's amazing.
I'm
how are
glad
you
to be
doing?
here.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay, I'm alright.
How was your day till like now?
I was actually really busy because we're doing like some marketing stuff at work. We're releasing a film, you guys. I'm not trying to use this as PR, so I'm not going to mention the film, but you see it definitely on Netflix very soon. So we've just been doing a lot of that.
It's
So.
a big day,
Yeah.
Netflix.
That's not
And
my
Spades.
company.
Okay, let's get into the NYSC gist.
Alright.
Okay, so where did you serve? Like,
So
where did you do your orientation camp?
Okay, so I did that at the best camp in Nigeria, by the way. Google says it's 5
That's
star.
confidence.
Yeah, even I'm not trying to rep NYSC, but yeah, I did it at Ogun State, Sagamu. It's actually such a very great camp, to be honest. I really like that it was clean.
Really?
It was really clean, trust me. It was clean and it wasn't really stressful, or rather, it wasn't as stressful as the other camps, like other people would complain. The weather was kind of balanced. It was okay, actually, it was okay.
Okay, we'll get into the accommodation because I actually want to hear this comparison. I want to know. So, like, when you got your call-up letter, how was your reaction? Was it what you expected, or like?
It was actually what I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't. Okay, I'm not lying now that I know what it was. But then it was. I felt happy because I mean, I wanted to be in Lagos State, and I got Lagos State as my PPA state. But I got Sagamu as my
Orientation camp.
So I mean it was fair because that's like a very good camp. So I wasn't mad at all. And everyone was in Lagos camp. Was
You thought it would be like a bit rowdy.
yeah, very rowdy, and everyone I'll know everyone because almost my friends were there. I just wanted to also like meet other people. So it was cool. It was chill.
That's nice.
I guess.
So, like, how was the journey to camp? Was it stressful?
I took myself to camp.
Really?
Let me even tell you, I didn't want to go for NYSC camp. So I'd already told my mom that I didn't want to go. My mom was like, okay, no problem now. Because I was already working, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, why do I even want to go? Like 3 weeks of nothing. What if they don't now pay me my salary? I was just doing something, all those things. You understand? So I was like, okay, I won't go. My mom said no problem. The day before orientation camp, my dad calls me because I wasn't on set. So my dad calls and is like, what do you think you're doing? Like, so you have come tomorrow. Have you bought your things? I promise you, I bought everything I used at camp, in camp. I'm not even capping. Do you know that? I went to camp with cornrows. Like, I wasn't prepared at all. My dad called me and I came home this next morning after, like, I was on set, obviously, the day before. I came home the next morning, he was really like, I thought he was joking at first. But he started saying that, so what do you mean? Who do you think you are? I went to camp, your mother went to camp, your mother went to camp. Why would you go to camp? I was like, oh God, I wasn't ready. So my mom was just like, you know what, just go. I was like, okay, no problem. Nobody shall take me. I'll go. And then I said, you must finish it, come back after 3 weeks, and you must tell me the experience. Just know it's another experience. I don't want to experience it now.
Is it your
by
experience?
force? Do you understand? But then I still went. I went on my own. It was chill. It's Ogun State now. Lagos State is literally like very close to Ogun State. So I took a bus actually.
How was the bus ride?
It was okay. I didn't take a big box.
Yeah.
So it was really...
Oh, you had like minimal
I had like
luggage.
very minimal. I said I did not have anything. I literally just took my toiletries and just few clothes for church because apparently there's church. So I took few clothes.
Really?
My mom even told me to carry clothes for church. So I took then I took slippers and what else? I didn't take nothing. I went there. I found out that we had to buy white socks, white shoes.
You had not bought your white on white.
White.
Nothing.
I did not have anything.
You're
And guess
joking.
what? That was a trap because things on camp
They're
are actually more
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
Because you know that you have no other option.
Yeah.
But I did it at the end of the day. She was cooking working. I was collecting salary. It's my salary I used. And then my parents gave me some money, obviously.
Yeah.
So I used it, and I never ate because obviously the food, I wasn't sure of their hygiene. It was no, I
Oh, there's a lot to there's a lot to break down.
There's a lot to unpack.
Wow.
In this podcast,
Wow.
but let's go.
When you got to, what time did you get to camp? Like, was it early or late?
I got there very early actually because I told you it was in the morning. I packed
Mhm.
everything. I left Lagos by I think 10 a.m. thereabouts. I got to camp by 12.
Okay, and traffic didn't show you shaking.
No, there was no traffic. I think we used Ekpe Road, so it was very
that's
very
way
free.
better.
So yeah, we did that, and then what else? What did you ask me now? What's about it? So yeah, it wasn't very stressful to get there, and I got there on time. But they wasted our time because everyone was outside under the sun, and we're trying to do COVID tests because at that time COVID was still kind of around. So we're trying to get like tested for COVID, and that took a long time because obviously, Nigeria, no. Now that I'm even remembering, I'm so pissed again. So the things that they were using to do the test actually ran out, so they had to go to Lagos to get new kits, and that took like, I'm not exaggerating, like 5 hours. I literally was standing, was bending, I was like, it's very unnecessary.
So you couldn't sit or nothing,
Couldn't,
just stand.
there were chairs, but obviously people were
Take
there now before me, and then people that stood up at some point like, oh yeah, come and sit now. That kind of thing. We're just taking turns. It was so ghetto. I was so pissed, but
wow.
Like, see, camp. NYSC is a scam. I'm sorry to the government.
We've never got in.
We already know, like, nah, NYSC nah.
So, like, when you got to camp, like, what was your first reaction when you saw the place? Were you like, more? I was actually excited because it was really neat. Like, even from outside, there were like sinks where you could wash your hands. No, that camp is actually top tier. I'm not even lying. That camp is actually top tier. So they even have a stadium. They have. I'm not lying. This camp was I used to create content. Yes, now I used to create content. Like I used to. Nah, it was nice. I really liked it. I would have done like an this thing episode or maybe like a short video for it, but I think I lost my files after I got out of camp, but it was not bad. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that we had to wake up very early by 3 a.m, 4 a.m, we'll stand to 7 a.m. Why? Like, this is the experience my parents want them to experience. Oh my god.
This is the one for the soft life, period.
Okay, period.
So, but I mean, it was actually not that bad.
So, like, how was your accommodation? Like, in terms of room? Because what I've been hearing, like, most episodes I've been recording, right, there are people that fight for bunks. Like, so, like, you get a good bunk, and then one bunk is shaking, you know, turn it, and then try and pull someone else's, like, it's just a hot.
To be honest, I'm not a wild person. I don't like stress. I don't like rubbish. Whatever it is, like, in situations like that, because I know that I have no other option. Yeah. Right? I just take whatever you give me. So, they actually give you a tag. Okay. So they give you a tag number that has like your bunk number or something like that. So you go to the room, count the bunks, and that's your bunk. I'm not a troublesome person, so I literally just took the bunk. Anyone that's there. I knew that I wasn't going to see a king size bed or anything. I wasn't even expecting the worst. So I think that's why you were so pleased. Yeah, like so for me to even have met what I met, I mean, I was kind of impressed. Although there was still stuff ahead, but I was kind of impressed. There were no wardrobes. You had to put your boxes under the bunk. So if there are two bunks, two people have to put their boxes under the bed, and the beds are really low. So it was impossibly possible to survive. I don't know how. Like it wasn't. I don't recommend, but it was okay. I mean, it was an experience. Yeah. So and I think I'm very I adapt to places easily. So I didn't really. So you just like face the reality. And I didn't spend like the whole 3 weeks, but my parents were not catch this run. You didn't spend the whole 3 weeks? No! When did you escape? 3 weeks. I didn't escape. Excuse me? I took permission from the authority because I had like a health issue. That's according to what you submitted. Yeah, exactly. May God forgive you. Amen. Okay, so like for camp, right? You mentioned that you didn't eat like camp food. Was it that bad, or you just didn't trust? So the thing is, I really have a sensitive body system. So I wasn't trying to test out different options or trying to make myself uncomfortable because, I mean, this is somewhere I don't know. I'm not even sure of the toilet hygiene. I'm not even sure. Like I can count. Not to get nasty, but
It's
I can count the
okay,
amount
it's okay,
of times
it's
I
okay.
used in the
I was going to
bathroom.
ask about the toilets.
Oh
You said
my
it was
god.
clean.
It was clean, but
Did you
I
shut
gambled
pussy
it
too?
too.
Did you shut pussy?
Say
Say it to your chest.
for sure. Like, how would I use toilet? How many girls I use? Now go there and no.
But was it relatively clean? It was just
good.
trust issues.
It was clean. Yeah, it's trust issues to be
Mhm.
honest. It was clean, and we took turns.
Yeah.
Cleaning the bathrooms.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, but I never did.
Do you know? I honestly thought they were cleaners. Like,
Cleaners?
and they were chefs.
Chef.
That's what I thought. Like,
Oh,
you have people that would
sis.
cook.
Did you go
and
to
clean.
C school?
No. But like after conversations, people are like, "Oh, like we'll gather, all of them will cook." I'm like,
Gather. That's like for
Well,
tasks. So that's for general.
like
NYSC
each
food.
platoon. Would,
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
There were platoon food. Oh my god! Like there were,
You didn't eat.
you didn't eat it at all. I did not. Do you know that? Oh my god! I remember we had tallies or whatever.
Yeah, like tickets.
yeah, to go get food for
Meal
free.
tickets. Yeah.
Never. Food that people I don't know cooked. First of all, water I don't know came from where I don't know. And I'll go and line up to collect beans and rice. Are you joking? No.
But did you ever see the food? Like,
I
it look
did.
presentable?
Presentable. Wow. I'm sorry. I have trust
So you're
issues.
kidding me, honestly.
I'm so sorry, but I remember now. They were actually like platoon meals. So
Mhm.
each platoon
Yeah.
has a week to
Mhm.
cook breakfast and dinner. I remember breakfast, lunch, and dinner were
Yeah.
twice a week. I don't know. I think it was twice. I'm not
Mhm.
sure, but I remember now. But I never ever. I was never on kitchen duty.
Yeah.
I was never on all of that. I think I was always in I was on Red
Red
Cross.
Cross.
Yeah.
Everybody runs Red Cross.
Yes, Red Cross. I was in Red Cross for sure. That was like the only thing I did there because I was first of all uninterested because
Mhm.
remember I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
And there was this place called Mami Market. So
Mami
you get to
Market.
buy stuff there.
How was your Mami market like? Because apparently everybody's Mami market is different.
My Mami Market was really organized. So
Mhm.
they were like in stalls, like
Okay.
straight stalls. So I think this part rather sold drinks and
Mhm.
provisions, and then this part sold toiletries, clothes, and all of that. And then
Where you get
the
your
food-
white or white and
Yeah.
all that.
And then there was a food division.
Area.
It was really cool and it was neat as well. And I remember only eating from one particular woman, and it was jollof rice. And I had jollof rice like 3 times. The other things I ate on camp were snacks, water, packed drinks. Like I never bought all those. No, and it's not even trying to be like a soft babe or anything, but I had trust issues, and I knew that if I had taken something that
Yeah, you didn't want to mess up
like
your system.
I didn't
so
want
you had
to
be
because
really
I
careful.
what.
But how was the health sector? Like, if you did have like
Oh no,
tummy
it was
upset,
good. It was good. I
Okay.
promise you.
So, like,
they had
doctors
a
that
neat,
could-
they had a very neat
Hospital
clinic.
area,
Yes, clinic and
hospital clinic.
clinic, hospital. They call it hospital, but me I'll call it clinic. So you pick the struggle. But yeah, it was like they had a really nice clinic. It was really neat because I know I went there once based on Red Cross,
Yeah.
and people actually use that as an excuse to not come out for like drills.
Yeah.
So they actually go
helping lives.
and
And saving people.
not even that, they'll lie that they're sick or something. They'll stay there because they know that they have beds there and whatnot. So they'll just sleep and just escape all those things. But God is watching all of you. God is watching all of you. Because when you're not actually fall sick, you know how to go about you know how to go about it. But yeah, that was not bad. The health
That's
sector was
interesting.
good.
Take
And
me through
staff were
like
good.
a typical day in camp. Like, try to remember like waking up,
Okay.
because you already said you wake up by
Wake up by 3 a.m. I woke up by 3 a.m.
Okay.
to
Why
take
did you wake up by
a
3 a.m.?
shower so that I would get like water quickly.
Okay.
Because they always wake us up rather generally by 4 a.m. with a bagel. So it's like a trumpet kind
Nigeria
of thing.
has woken up.
Exactly. So there's that, and then you go out for drills. There's actually morning devotion. The Muslims go to the mosque to pray, and then they'll come back and join us for drills.
Okay.
And they'll talk about some stuff maybe happening on camp or just giving us general information. And then afterwards we'll jog around, we'll do drills. Then you can go for marching or you can go for like Red Cross activities. You just stay there on that field.
So
from
you went
4
for Red
a.m.
Cross, you
to
never marched?
7. I never marched though, but I think everyone is expected to march during the swearing in and the
Okay.
passing out ceremony. So
Okay.
I did march at the swearing in, but I was at the back of the line because I was doing rubbish. I didn't really- So like it was just I marched once, and then there was Red Cross and stuff. So 4 a.m. we wake up till 7. Then 7 there's breakfast. People that are meant to do kitchen duty would have been there
by 7
on
a.m.
time. They would have been there before 7.
Okay.
Right, so you go there with your ticket to get food, but I never did. So I always either have snacks or I've never had jollof rice. No, never had jollof rice. So in the morning, but yeah, snacks, snacks and water, and then afterwards, there's like free time to go out, and then you come out again for matching, because before swearing in, you match. You will match and match and match. They'll be training you to match, because that's already matching is not normal.
Like, I see some videos on social media.
Oh my
like,
God.
Is it actually real?
It's
Are they
real.
playing? They're not playing.
They're not joking. Not everybody can match you. Oh, you think my people are...
No, it's a sport in school now.
Ah, okay. Not everybody, you know.
So they're actually serious. They
They're
can't
real.
match.
They can't match. It's not jokes.
Like left,
so.
right.
I'm not joking.
Wow.
I'm not joking. Yeah, I can't even match. But
I was about to ask you.
I'm not as bad as those guys, don't worry, but I can't match. I'm too bougie for that, period. But yeah, so there's that matching, and then I think afterwards there's lunch or just free time. And then we never did anything at night, actually. I'm not sure.
I thought they were like social.
Yeah, that's like social stuff. You can just stay out. And then there's something called, I don't know the acronym, but it's a broadcasting station.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that youth corpers.
I've heard about it. I don't know. It's just skipped my mind.
Yeah, so it's like a radio thing, and then you just see them talking. There's
Is
like
it OB?
speakers. OBS.
OBS.
Yes. So
See, I know my stuff.
orientation broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yes. So they have speakers all around like campus, and then they are obviously in the studio talking about something, gisting or playing music. It's just always fun to listen to them speak, to the ones that.
So it's like they give you updates on what's happening.
Yeah, they give you updates.
See, not the ones that can speak well.
And apart from that, like they just randomly talk.
Okay.
So it's like a radio station.
Yeah, just like entertain.
Exactly,
Okay.
just entertain or speak about stuff that have to do with NYSC or whatnot. So there's that, and then you can meet your friends. That's where you get to socialize. But I never did any of that because I was not interested.
Really?
Like, mind you, I'm sure other people had amazing time. Like,
but you didn't want to.
I didn't want to go.
I was going to ask, like, did you meet anyone?
I did.
You knew?
I did meet people.
Like before.
People that I knew. Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, I think 2 of my classmates were there, so yeah, I remember 2 of my classmates, or 3 thereabouts.
So if you're going to count how many people you talked to,
generally, I think I met 4 or 5 extra people that I never knew before. So plus the 2, yeah, I'm not joking.
You came with a mission.
I was determined.
So
I want
deep
to
fast.
me. When I'm not interested in something, I don't grow interest in it. Plus, I didn't stay the whole period, so I couldn't. Yeah.
But what do you say was like your favorite moment at camp?
Favorite moments? I think the swearing in ceremony, because I took really cute pictures on that day because I looked really nice, and I mean, it was interesting. The band, oh my god, the band was good.
Really?
I think the band, they were not obviously on our level. Like, I don't think they came in 21C batch because they were too good. I promise you, the band was phenomenal. Jesus. I enjoyed it.
That's deep.
That's deep because they were so savvy. It wasn't just the regular
like it was
band.
Good,
it was good. Oh my god. And they even danced. It was mad. I promise, like, that band, kudos to you. Wherever you guys are, you guys were good. I know I loved the band. So that was like my favorite moment. The band presentation. Okay,
so for the manual activities, did you ever participate?
Never.
You not go under the rope. You didn't swing.
Guess what? It was the day they were about like starting. I actually left.
But would you have liked to participate?
I would have, because I'm a very adventurous person.
So you missed, you see?
Well,
stay till the end.
I don't regret it. I don't regret it because last I'll still go rub my hand, rub my clothes, rub my and guess what? You will go black in NYSC camp. You will go black, let me just tell you now. And guess what?
So
I forgot my sunscreen. And sometimes the sun is greater than sunscreen. I'm not even joking. That sun will burn you like mad. I'm not even joking, but I mean, well, it was, yeah, like
it was interesting. Do you have any, what would you say was your worst moment? Like the moment that was a terrible.
So generally, I didn't like the fact that we had to like line up or queue up for
everything.
Water and for almost everything. Like water majorly. I don't like when there's shortage of water and power supply. I know for sure we had power supply like throughout. So
there was
no, except light out. We had light out by 10 p.m. or before 10 p.m. Yeah, but it was normal. Like everyone.
Because in some camps they said that there's really no light. There was a time there was no light for like 2 days. So it was power banks that was saving them.
That's their camp. That's what I told you. 5-star camp. You know, not
5-star.
5-star.
They tried.
That's what they call it, but me is 2-star. I'm joking. You know that camp's actually good. But yeah, we never had power shortage. Well, definitely water shortage, and maybe it was part of the experience because I'm very sure there was water. But like, yeah, that was just the only thing I didn't like. To be honest, I actually rate that camp highly. Yeah,
2-star.
Lucky.
Was language ever a barrier for you? Because they say most times for camp, like they move people from, like people born in like the west and everything, like Yoruba people, they move them to the
north,
east or the north, and then the northerners they move them to the west. So like, did you have any like, would I say language barriers or communication?
Definitely not, because I was in Ogun State. I'm Yoruba to start with.
Yeah, I feel like most of people there would be like
Hausas.
Igbos, Hausa.
No.
There were a lot of Yoruba.
A lot of you. No, I think it was mixed equally because I know I met some Calabar people. I met some Hausa people, or I knew some Hausa people were there, but it wasn't as obvious as if they are taking me to Bornu or to somewhere else. But I know for sure, like there was no barrier at all. Everyone spoke English and. You know, no, except one babe in my room that was constantly speaking Yoruba. But I mean, I understand Yoruba, so that wasn't a barrier. No, and I never really spoke to people.
So would you recommend, I'm moving to the PPA side now, but would you recommend camp to anybody? I feel like I already knew the answer.
I wouldn't. I think it's unnecessary stress. Why do you want us to suffer? Why do you want us to go through military drilling? Why? We're not going to fight for Nigeria. Don't worry.
Strong soldiers.
I feel like they should pick out those that are dedicated to, going into the military and Air Force. Those ones will be determined to actually go for NYSC.
This question is meant to be at the end, but do you think it should be made, like, for camp, do you think it should be made voluntary, compulsory, or it should be scrapped?
For real, I think voluntary, because...
Or it should be reformed?
Nah. First of all, this country, reform, are you joking? No offense. They won't really get it right if they try to reform. I think it should either be left. It should either be left this way, or it should be made voluntary. Because, to be honest, I really only like the fact that you're giving us an opportunity to serve at a particular organization for a year. And some of us are happy to actually work at some places that we've always wanted to work at, or decide where we want to work at in a place, right, in a year. And the fact that they're giving us some sort of allowance, which is okay and is fair. But for the camp, I don't think the camp is necessary. I don't see the necessity there. Like, we have Cisco and other platforms that people can actually learn this kind of little adaptation to maybe the military aspect of life. But grown adults, taking them to match. Are you joking?
It's to build you for war. Bro, this has been like, I've been gathering so much information. I'm just like...
But don't worry, like, it's an experience, like our parents will say.
So you have your own experience now.
You too, you have it.
Okay, so for PPA, right? How was getting your PPA? Like, PPA is primary place of assignments, by the way. So how was getting your PPA like for you? Like,
it was easy, to be honest. So before I went for orientation camp, I was already working at a particular place, and if you start working at a particular place before you go for camp, I think they make an announcement to ask your PPA or your place of work to send like a request letter to the NYSC
like
officials or whatever if they want you to come back. So that was what happened in my own case, and they got the request and I was accepted. So yeah, it was easy.
So how has it been so far? It's been what, 8 months? So how many months?
It's been for just NYSC. It's been it's there about.
So you're almost done.
Yeah.
Are you excited or?
I mean, I'm excited to be moving on to another phase, right, of my life, and actually like being employable, right, and like I'm a lawyer in view, so I have to go to law school.
Sometimes I forget.
I know. So I have to go to law school afterwards, and I'm excited for that journey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited.
What contributed to you wanting like to stay where you work at now, where people? Because okay, let me give them a bit of context. It's more like the media, entertainment world. She's a lawyer. So like, what encouraged you or gave you the motivation or anything?
I think because I used to like in school I used to do a lot of all this like hosting and stuff, right? So I was already in tune with that life. I kind of saw a bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
and I said to myself that after uni I'll probably further like this particular thing. Also because I wasn't going to law school immediately. So that 1 year break, instead of maybe going to a law firm that I've actually worked at before,
Mm-hmm.
I would rather actually further on this skill and get better at it. So I was like, okay, why not try out this entertainment space and see how it goes? And to be honest, it's been going really well. Very challenging sometimes. Sometimes there's like pressure and stuff, but I really think it's worth it.
What are the like pressures and challenges you faced so far? Like, is it influenced by the fact that you're a corper?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
So just generally.
Just generally. Obviously, like, this is a skill that I'm still building on.
Yeah.
But you know how someone is expecting you to be
perfect.
like perfect or more than
Mm-hmm.
what you have, right? So that could be very challenging for me. But I like challenges. I love it. Like, let them come. But I don't like pressure, right? So there has to be a balance.
Yeah,
So I take on the challenge. I go research. I go like do more work on myself, and then get back to it. And I would most likely deliver. But that
Pressure.
expectation of being like perfect in that field is really alarming sometimes.
Okay, so like you work in Lagos where everybody wants to work. Like when you're working there at PPA, everybody's going to Lagos or Abuja.
Yeah.
And we've heard a lot about Lagos. Like we recorded an episode with Ore.
Okay.
She's serving in Lagos basically, and she did her orientation in Lagos as well. But then for Lagos, right, would you say like what you hear about people saying I want to move to Lagos and everything? Do you feel or do you get the
overrated?
Yeah.
I don't think Lagos is overrated. I think
Okay.
Lagos is worth the hype. The only thing that I don't subscribe Lagos for is the traffic and the hustle and bustle in Lagos.
You have to hustle.
That's all. But you need to hustle to succeed. Excuse me. But with regards fun, opportunities, and connection and networking, are you joking?
Why are you coming here to like Lagos now? See me trying to.
I'm not hyping Lagos, but let's be
realistic
factual now and realistic. You get all of this in Lagos because, like you said, everyone is moving to Lagos. There's something that they've seen in Lagos that they're moving here,
and they're causing more traffic.
But exactly, that's the issue. That's the issue. But regardless, like I really feel like Lagos is not overrated.
Yeah, it actually is what it is.
It is what it is. To be honest, you can party, you can have fun. You can meet your angel investors. You can can network. And no. Like Lagos is not overrated. It's actually worth the hype. So I understand it when they want to come to Lagos and Abuja because it's very developed to start with, and like you said, most people that are in quotes kind of like successful or they thrive in most of all these industries that we look up to and want to be a part of are in Lagos.
Did you have
and there's power in presence.
I was saying, did you ever did you ever have like another place in mind to like do your PPI? Or it's always been Lagos? It's
always been Lagos. I really enjoy my comfort zone.
You didn't want to explore Nigeria?
I'm not interested in exploring. If I'm exploring outside this country.
Okay.
So let's not even start. I don't like to suffer. That's the first thing. And I don't like to go to where I don't like to go to where I don't know anyone or I don't know anything about the culture. I have to start learning. It's a good thing, but to be honest, when you're focused and you know what you want, you don't start experimenting. You go for what you want, wherever it is, and you get it.
So as a couple in Lagos, have you had any like bad experiences?
For sure. I got robbed last month. Yeah, last month or 2 months ago, June 7th. I got robbed rather, and it was a very terrible experience. I'm never going to ever forget. And guess what? I was going for my CDS.
Going to your CDS, which is like Community Development Service. Yeah. So like CDS is compulsory on everything. Did you even like CDS?
To be honest, I'm so rebellious. Let me just tell you now. I hardly go for my CDS. But it's very important to go. So they give us one day out of... We go for CDS 3 times a month.
Okay.
That's every week, one day. And then there's general CDS at the end of the month.
Okay.
So you're allowed to skip CDS at least once. Right? But then sometimes I'm always busy and sometimes I'm just not up to it. So I don't really go. But I mean, I advise you to go for CDS. So yeah. But that day... I got up really early, and then my mom, like I said, would normally like drop me off at a place very close to my local government area because that's where we have the CDS event. And she said she wasn't dropping me off where she used to because she had like a meeting, but she didn't tell me before I got into her car and we had already left the house. So I was like, okay, let me just stop and get like a ride, like an Uber ride, because I would normally take a cab, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, no, don't worry now, you've never really entered a bus, like just experience it. You know, people
experiences.
These experiences that old people tell us. I understand that whatever an old person sees sitting down, we can't see even if you climb a tree. But please, let's limit these experiences.
The experience then is different from now.
It's very annoying. She gets. So she was like, oh, that you don't really go into a bus. Just try it, and it's just a straight bus, 100 naira. Well, I was like, okay, it's even cost effective. Here we go. So I go down from the car. She told me to put my phone in my bag and put my money in my hand, which I did. I got into the bus, and that was how the conductor guy was like, oh, I should come to the front, you have to fill up the front. And I really don't know how all these things are done. So obviously I have to listen to him. It's his boss. So I go into the front seat, and I sit down, and he's telling me to try and close the door very well. Apparently, when he was doing all of that, they were doing the operation. So they took my phone, and they took my card, and they asked me for my PIN, whatever.
Was it at gunpoint?
It wasn't at gunpoint, but it was as a shock.
Yeah.
It was kind of like intimidation, but like I couldn't like.
You just
what would I have done? Like I'm even very
like
happy that it wasn't gone or knife, because if it was a if it was a different case and I had fought back, only God knows if I was to be
that's true.
I let them do whatever they wanted to do, then they dropped me off and zoomed off literally, and I was just destabilized. It was crazy. Before I went to the bank to block my accounts, they already wiped my money. They took my phone. It was my phone for me because I'm a content creator as well, like amongst other things. So it was really sad because I had content. I even had something to deliver to my boss that morning. It was terrible. I hate talking about the experience, but I'm glad that from that experience, there are greater things in store for me, right? And greater things that I'm working on. So I'm just glad. I mean, maybe God is telling me that, don't worry.
Bigger things are coming. Don't worry, they're coming.
What do you say? Big girl, big energy.
Big God, small girl.
Big God, small girl.
I don't know how they say it, but like, would you say insecurity is the only issue?
Not the only issue.
Being a corper.
I think it's the major issue. That's why a lot of people don't want to go to the north, because they feel like it's so unsafe for them, right? And yeah, I think insecurity, finance as well. So they say they're paying us an allowance of over 30,000 naira. Some people are working at PPAs that don't pay them at all, and they rely on this money.
There are a lot of people who work where they don't pay them.
There are people that work for free, trust me. Oh my God, like, crazy.
Wow.
Like, there are people that work for free and they won't pay them, and they're waiting for this allowance. Now, the allowance, they don't pay early enough sometimes, and someone is... I can't imagine living on 33,000.
How you pay rent or eat or transport?
Do you understand? Now some people are not even in their states of origin.
You don't even have like moms or
they don't
parents.
have anybody, and their parents have to send them extra. Some people don't even have the opportunity to actually ask
have
their
someone
parents or have someone to send them funds. So I think that it should be scrapped. Like, the free money is good, but if you leave me to look for a job myself and, you know, get somewhere that will pay me well, at least if it's 50k plus 30k, it's not bad.
I haven't heard like they restrict all companies and stuff.
I don't know about that.
I heard something about that, but I'm not sure of this information.
Really?
But it was like because like they pay so much.
Oh my God, yeah. I remember, like, if they ask you if you have a PPA that you're working at before you went for camp, they would ask them to send the amount they're going to pay you. My office had to lie that they're paying me like chicken amount of money.
But why are they restricting how much you get paid?
They're so wicked. I'm sorry for you. Like, sorry for you, government people, but please, like, let's be more compassionate together. up there, with the funds and stuff. Let the funds flow too. Like 30k is not even sufficient, to be honest. Plus the cost of things and the cost of living is already getting so high. So why would you still leave the 30 something k down like that? I feel like it's unfair. The funding is terrible, very terrible, and some of these PPAs don't even provide accommodation or feeding. Like, it's very shabby.
And they take it. I think for me, what it is like watching you do, like, I'll call it like top level work, like doing the same level as someone that's paid a lot of money, and they treat you like shit because you're a copper.
Oh, for sure. I know coppers that say that their colleagues at work send them to go and buy amala. If you send me to buy amala for you, I will buy amala, that ewedu and baby, yes, I will add something to it, and you eat it, and whether you send me tomorrow, you will know. I don't know what kind of rubbish is that. Like, I can never even imagine. I'm so sorry. It's not even pride or ego or whatever, but it's very, very unprofessional. We're here working together. Like, there's
like,
it's
I've heard
so
there's
annoying.
like a competitive, or it's like, oh, you are coming to come and take my job now, as you're coming as a copper.
What?
And you're just, I don't, some of them are like, I don't want to work here.
I don't know what to stay here. How much are you giving me? Like, competition that or what? I hear that some law firms pay NYSC core members like 30k, 40k, and I'll be drafting contracts. I'll be going to court. I'll be doing this one. I would never. I'm not even a lawyer yet. Not to even talk of. Do you understand? I'm going to be a lawyer this year, next year by God's grace.
Amen.
And I'm already earning so much more than what some lawyers are earning in some companies. I'm like, do I really even want to go back to this law like this? But if I told I'm going back to law, it's not in this country. And if it's in this country, it has to be when we negotiate salary, you know that I'm not even joking, because I'm smart like that. Period. I'm not just a talker.
Big energy.
Ethical. Period.
You say that ethical. Ethical means like someone that like
so smart. Someone that's like really smart. That's what like ethical is in Yoruba. So I'm very intellectual and I'm sound like that. Please let me not go into my university grades.
I think for Lagos, you've shown us a balance. Like you said, for opportunities, experiences, all of that, you get that.
Very important.
What kind of fun do you have in Lagos as a copper?
As a copper.
I feel like in Lagos, there's no demarcation who's a copper or not.
There's no demarcation, to be honest. Even uni babes are even flexing more than some coppers. But my own type of flex is not really exaggerated. I like to balance things out. So I'm a very outgoing person. I'm an extrovert. So I like to hang out with friends. I like picnics. I like beach hangouts. I don't really even club. And clubbing is like the main thing in Lagos.
I feel like clubbing is just money swallowing.
I know, right? I love fun where I get to converse with people. I love games. I love to play. Like, I can literally go to amusement parks or even like parks in general.
Is that like part of your favorite things about being a Lagos copper?
Favorite things about me? No, my favorite thing is that I get to meet a lot of people.
So it's a connection, really. I think that's why people are all about Lagos.
It's actually the networking for me, because I feel like I've met a lot of people, and people that I know.
Your contact list is strong.
My contact list is strong. I even need to change my WhatsApp number because all the small boys that used to. I'm joking, but really, like, I feel like I've met a lot of amazing people so far, and people that are also in line with my vision in life.
That's also important.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm also a podcaster, so I didn't start the podcast. A production company reached out to me, so they saw what I was doing, and they were in line with my vision, and they took that and made it a dream for me. So, and that happened in Lagos. So I mean, the opportunity. So
definitely,
like, I must succeed in this life.
You will succeed. We will
Amen.
succeed. So that 1 year break, I think it's very important.
Very important.
You think so too?
Very important, but map out a plan, to be honest, because when so many people don't even have PPAs now. I'm still serving since November.
You don't have PPAs now?
I'm not capping.
As far same NYSC that's ending in 2 months. That'll be how many months?
I am not capping. Either they don't have a PPA or they're not. I'm not capping. There's nothing we've not seen in this NYSC.
I think for me, the one I know about is
crazy.
She had a PPA, but they were frustrating her life.
And she left.
And she could not stand. Gen Z now. You can't stand disrespect.
Only Gen Z.
You can't stand disrespect.
Gen Z. Me, I walk.
But it was more of like, you're so demoralized, like there's no respect. It's just, come and sit here. Come and do
she
this.
Can change her PPA.
Yeah, she's trying to do that now, but before you find...
she's trying to... Can you see what I'm talking about? So there are people like that There are people like that. So
if you could tell to
have a plan.
Mhm.
That's what I feel. Have a plan. It's even good for you. Like when you leave uni, get a place to work somewhere that is in line with your vision.
Yeah.
And stay focused at it. To be honest, just have a plan because
Catch cruise and plan too.
catch cruise too. Yeah, like I'm not like saying you should be so serious and all of that, but like
Church Tomi is not
if you
that
have
serious.
it, I'm not that serious.
You're not that serious.
I'm the life of the party. of the party. How did they say?
You are the party.
I'm the party. But yeah, like have a plan and know what you want. To be honest, because when you actually need to get a BPA, sometimes it's difficult. Like sometimes it's very, very difficult and you have to now settle for mediocrity or settle for less, like something that is not even worth it, and work at where you don't even want to work at. And remember that it's 1 year. You really don't want to waste a whole year.
A whole 12 months.
You really don't want to waste a whole year. So just plan, like, yeah. You can work your thing out if you want to work it out, but I didn't work my own out, so.
So finally,
God will help you.
would you say NYSC has helped you as a person? Like, are there things you've learned
Oh my God, for sure.
that has helped you to become a better person?
For sure, I've grown. Like, I've really, really grown. Like, where I used to be last year is definitely not where I used to be right now. I've met people, I've had conversations that were really challenging. I've launched out, I've done new things that have been beneficial to my life and my career as a whole. So it's been a roller coaster, but I've enjoyed every like phase of this 1 year. I promise you, like it's been worth it. I've cried, obviously. I've had fun. I've
had terrible moments too.
Bad moments. I've had great moments. It's been amazing, and I really do not regret doing this NYSC.
Really? So you recommend?
Just for PPA,
Not serious.
Camp.
Okay, so that's half. Will you guys get like 50%?
Yeah.
No, let's say 30%.
But if I want to rate NYSC over 10, generally 7.
Okay, 70%.
Yeah.
But that's without.
That's my own personal experience.
Okay.
My PPA really contributed. My PPA actually takes the whole 7. Sorry. My PPA is really fun. My colleagues are great. My boss is an amazing woman as well. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being a guest today. Like this was really nice.
I know, it was really relaxing. Thanks for the pillow.
High five me now.
Oh my God, my darling, do you know I actually had this in mind? So just like extra stuff.
Alright, bye guys.
Bye.